Students on the autism spectrum can have difficulties with transitions, and one of the largest transitions is moving from home to university. So at the University of Bath, we've put on a summer school for students on the autism spectrum who would like a taster of university life. We have 3 days and 2 nights here at the university where we provide a whole range of different courses. We're having lectures and seminars so students get the whole university experience. The lectures are dealing with topics such as how to manage anxiety or how to maintain and develop friendships.
We have an area of expertise here at the University of Bath where a number of us are experts and do research in autism spectrum disorders. So we're aware of the various strengths and weaknesses of people with autism spectrum disorders and how this impacts on their daily life, including the transition to university, which is tough for everybody, but in particular has certain issues for people with autism spectrum disorders that make it even tougher for them quite often. So by knowing their various strengths and weaknesses, we are tailoring the summer school to some degree to try and help facilitate their weak areas to help make the transition easier for them.
The reason I came on this course was because, like all these people here, I suffer from ASD, Autistic Spectrum Disorder. I have a type of it known as Asperger's syndrome. I came here primarily to prepare myself for life at university and see what it's like.
We have walked around the university and got used to it all. We went to the cafes and stuff to get used to ordering things from there, and we've kind of done a lot of worksheets on managing stress and anxiety, and also what our worries were for getting into university and going to university. The people who run it know a lot about it. They seem to have studied it for a really long time, and it's really useful because they'll have informative presentations, not assuming what we want to know, but actually knowing what we want to know, how it can be positive or negative, and how we can use it, and what actually we're worrying about instead of assuming things. But yeah.
I've learned some new things, like how I can actually use my autism to my advantage, really, in my work, like I've learned that, like how Asperger's tend to rely less on intuition and more on thinking things through, which it would be very useful for most degrees. It does actually make me feel proud of having my Asperger's, instead of feeling like I should feel, bad about it, because it does help to really highlight all the, good aspects of it. And, and it also shows that, people with autism do tend to live very happy lives at university.
I'm totally fine academically. I can work very well on my course. I can work on it very well. I can get my work done and handed in no time. But the problem my ASD gives me are social issues. In social issues, I actually tend to be a loner most of the times, where I spend at least most of my time alone, while others may be speaking with each other and hanging out. Whenever I do interact with people, it's mainly often on Facebook or over my phone. I think this course is actually going to help me in stuff like this, where I will actually speak to people more face to face. My people and I will tend to more cooperate and do things together, and hopefully, of course, I can make a whole bunch of friends and followers.
We've been able to put on this summer school for free for all the students because we've received funding from the Widening Participation Office at the University of Bath, as well as the Alumni Fund at the University of Bath.
I think it's going to be a really successful thing, because beforehand I was kind of very worried about it all. I was quite scared about Freshers Week and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of raring to go and wanting to go and do it. And if you're a little bit unconfident about going to university because you're Aspergeric or got autism or anywhere on the autistic spectrum, come here because it's quite fun. And it's nice environment and atmosphere, and everyone's friendly and everyone's up for a chat.